You can never miss what is yours. You can never miss what belongs to you. So if you are feeling like you have missed out on opportunities or missed out on a opportunity, then I want you to keep watching. We're getting into that today. When you know who you are, then you know that there is no opportunity that you can miss. Okay, so let's get into that today. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the TamaraTamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, check out the link in the description box that will take you to the scheduling page where you can schedule a one-on-one with me. All right, so let's get into this episode. You can never miss what's yours, ever, ever. So I want to talk about first, opportunities flow. They're supposed to flow into our lives. Well, sometimes as days go on, as we have more birthdays, we may feel like, man, I wish I would have taken that opportunity, or I wish I would have decided differently, and maybe my life would look differently. Maybe my life would actually look like I want it to look, or look how I desire it to look. So I want to talk about first the opportunities and how we may think that we missed them. So there's three things here I want to address. So the first thing is, sometimes we don't recognize an opportunity because we're expecting for these opportunities to look a certain way. We've told ourselves a story of how opportunities should look. All right, so that's one, and I'm going to break down each one. The second one is timing. The way that we view time would have us to think that we've missed opportunities. The third thing is, maybe if the opportunity was presented to us, maybe we chose to not act on it for whatever reason. All right, so those are three things. Let's get into them. So the first one is not recognizing an opportunity. So, like I said, sometimes we have an expectation of how opportunities should look, how opportunity, or the people, we even have in our minds how the people should look or should be who are bringing us the opportunities, or they're approaching us with an opportunity. Instead of trusting that the infinite intelligence can bring us not only infinite opportunities, but in infinite ways. And we have to be open to those infinite ways. And many times those ways are going to go beyond our logic. They're going to go beyond our ego. All right. So that's the first one. So let's get into timing. Perhaps we found out about an opportunity that sounded good. We were like, yeah, this could be the thing that could push me over the edge, that could push me into, what it is that I want to do. And that could be anything. This could be the one that could skyrocket my career, my business, whatever it is. So what we do is we find out about this opportunity at the last minute, because there's deadlines. We rush. We even adjust our schedules. We even adjust what we were going to do, we put what we were going to do or what we had planned to the side, and we rush to be able to be available for this opportunity that just showed up. And then we miss it. We miss the deadline. And I can talk about that because I have experienced that. There, an opportunity came and I thought, okay, well, I need to make myself available for this. So I canceled everything that I was doing and still missed this opportunity because of timing. So, then we think, well, damn, I did all that and I still missed the deadline. So now what happens? Your mind, you go through this self-talk and you think, what was all that for? I missed, quote, air quotes, missed my shot. As if that was the only opportunity that would ever come back around. And I wish that, here's a side note here, this is not, I didn't have this in my notes, but I just wish we could do away with that phrase that says, opportunities don't come around a lot. Opportunities are, they only come around so often. Let's do away with that. There is no such thing as opportunities just coming around so, every so often. Again, that is putting a cap on the infinite opportunities that are available to us if we just open our minds to that. If we open our minds to that truth. All right. So the third one that we talked about was we had the opportunity was there, or an experience that we viewed as an opportunity, and we passed on it. And so now we are regretting it. So here's the thing. Here's why I'm bringing this up, and I want you to just do away with the regret. Regret is not helping. Regret can turn into internal anger. To me, I look at regret as internal irritation, internal agitation with yourself. That can turn into internal anger, and that helps no one. All right, so do away with the regret, because here's the thing. You made a decision. And while the opportunity may have looked perfect, perfect to a rational person, perhaps you were just not excited about it. Now, some people may say, well, maybe, you passed on it because you're afraid. And you can honestly say, some of you watching that passed on an opportunity, you can honestly say, no, I wasn't afraid. Just something, I just wasn't excited about it. I just didn't want to do it. And what's wrong with saying, well, I made a decision to pass on what looked like an opportunity to some other people. I just didn't feel that way for myself. Own that decision. You made a decision. Own that. Push regret. There's no room for regret. Own the decision that you made and move on. All right. So I want to talk about just the regret one more time. So instead of, trusting your decision, the ego chimes in with the regretful thoughts. And a lot of times that comes from outside influences. Like I just said, you'll have some people that will ask you, well, this looked like it was just so good. This looked like the perfect thing for you. This looked like the perfect thing for you. Why didn't you take it? Well, if you have all of that in your head, and if you're not trusting in your decision, then yes, the ego will feed on that and say, well, see, look, they even think you look stupid for passing on that opportunity. Look, see, now you missed out. So do away with the regret. Own the decision that you made, and it is perfectly good to say, no, I made a decision to pass on that because it just did not excite me. All right. And then, so, we got through that. So let me just go back to those three things. I have notes here because this was very important. So the opportunities, how we missed them. We perhaps didn't recognize it as an opportunity, timing, and then we chose to pass on it. And we just broke down those three things, okay? And I would encourage you to go back through the video, watch it again, just so you can just really, if it's not even just for the purpose of transcending regret, all right? So the question is, can you miss an opportunity? Short answer, no. But I will say this, if you allow regret to settle, if you allow regret to become part of your identity, then if you go through life telling yourself, I missed that opportunity, I missed that opportunity. If you keep telling yourself that story because you've allowed regret to settle as part of your being, you keep telling yourself that, then yes, you can miss an opportunity, and that will be your experience. So you see why it's important to make a decision to do away with regret. You can choose another story. When you do away with regret, you can choose another story. You can choose something else. You can choose to know and trust that opportunities will reach you regardless of time, regardless of any physical limitation or what we view as a physical limitation. Opportunities will reach you regardless of circumstances, what your circumstances even look like right now. Why? Because, a reminder, the universe, that universal intelligence, your guides, some of you may call it God. I don't use that term, but whatever term is comfortable for you. The universe has infinite ways to bring you what belongs to you. Those ways, our logical mind cannot figure it out, but our soul knows, okay? Opportunities are designed to flow to us. We were designed to exist and live in a way that opportunities are supposed to flow to us. So there's no rush. We don't have to look at time as a constraint. There's no frantic energy in this. So since opportunities flow to us, this means that we no longer have to control. We can relinquish our control on how we think they should look and on how we think the avenue that it comes through should look and should be. We don't have to monitor that anymore. We can free up our energy, we can free up our mind, we can relinquish that control. So, at the end of this video, which we are at the end now, you have not missed a damn thing. You haven't missed any opportunity. And always know this, opportunities, they flow to you and they can also flow from you. So perhaps the opportunity is flowing from you, which means you get to create your own opportunity again through ease, through flow. All right, you haven't missed anything. So thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the TamaraTamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. Until next time, cheers.